Hmm. I can see the one positions now. This is a tough call.
It's answer time, Tsunami.
I am gonna go Empire.
Empire.
I think Dream Jug will beat Excalibur Phantom Assassin.
That's a big call. That is a very big call. I'm afraid I'm going to have to go Team Singularity on this one. I mean,
Okay.
you got an
some
Excalibur
stakes.
PA, and then you've got an Oracle to back her up as well.
Maposhka Oracle.
Yeah, Maposhka Oracle. This guy does work when he's connected to the game. Very excited to see the return of the Maposhka Oracle for game number 5. It wouldn't be a number 5 game without it. And you know what? I want to see. Do I want to see a Wyvern? Yeah, I want to see a Wyvern. I don't want to see PA critting her own teammates, but they're going to go for the Lich instead. That's the classic Lich combo.
And this is a situation in which Lich's Frost Shield is actually going to be relevant in terms of damage mitigation, because against a Phantom Assassin, it's amazing to help mitigate her damage.
Yeah, it's one of the key heroes against PA early on, at least. I mean, later on, well, I mean, even then, it's a 40% physical reduction, isn't it? So any stage in the game, if you put that physical resist on, it's going to help out so much versus a purely physical damage dealing, right-click damage dealing target as well.
Yeah.
Radiant team back.
Legion Commander comes out again from Team Singularity. It was them that drafted it before, wasn't it?
It was with the Oracle. I think they like the ability for Oracle to not have to dump like 1,000 Purifying Flames onto a False Promise target. They're just like, False Promise, let Legion handle the rest with the healing, and
Yeah.
no matter what, they're probably going to live.
Easy peasy. Also, you know, safeguard for the duel as well. You can go for any duel you want, and Oracle's like, fine, I'll bail you out.
Yeah, that's
5
true.
seconds remaining.
Although it is another hero who gets affected by Frost Shield, so there is a
true.
lot of physical damage being put into this hero that can very easily deal with it. And Doom could, pretty seamlessly build into a Crimson Guard. The previous game, Lich was not very useful, and that's something that I was hinting towards even the drafting phase, because, it was a bunch of magic damage. Ultimately, they ended up winning with the Lich, but I don't think the Lich, like Chain Frosts or Frost Shields or even Sinister Gazes were doing that much, because the Sinister Gazes were continuously getting purged off by Lotus Orbs also. So maybe it forced them into building Lotus Orb, but whatever the case, this game, Lich is much more in his wheelhouse in terms of helping his teammates survive.
Yeah, this, one Sinister Gaze is pretty good, but how about 2?
It's true.
Why not second Sinister Gaze?
Why not chew Chain Frosts?
Oh yeah, they've got the double combo with both the Doom and the Lich. Well pointed out. That is, they are making full use of this Grimstroke. So it doesn't really matter if they Doom or if they Chain Frost anybody else, because they're probably going to have the other spell to combo up with.
Yeah, they just need it to link pretty much.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who it's on.
Split up, guys. We don't want anybody to be within like 700, 800 units of each other.
Yeah, something like that.
So powerful combos on the side of Team Empire, but again, we've seen it plenty of times before, and sometimes it's complete domination, and other times it just becomes this null factor where you've poured your whole team fight into 2 heroes and they haven't died, and you're just like, oh, well, okay. They're running around doomed whilst everybody else is getting annihilated because you've used all your spells on 2 heroes and it hasn't worked. Hopefully that's not going to be the case for Team Empire. We'll see if that does happen. And as you mentioned, they've got the Legion Commander and the Oracle. These are 2 heroes with heals for other people in the game, so that should help out as well. Now they pick up the Viper as well, who has a corrosive skin, of course, to help him out versus that Doom, versus the Chain Frost as well, because of course that Doom doesn't break anymore like it used to.
Yeah, Viper's break itself isn't going to be that valuable. It'll be able to break Jug's crit, but Jug is probably going to be Blade Furying out of it anyway.
Yeah, it's not a big.
If Viper would have been amazing for Empire, so it seems like more of a denial pick, but it's still a strong hero overall. And they actually go for a Rubik mid, so Kodos wants to go for the repeat.
I love this. And then not only do you have the Chain Frost and the Doom to throw into the Soulbound Knight, you also got a
Double
Viper Strike possibly.
Else.
You also got a possible, you could duel 2 heroes if you want, if Kodos is feeling particularly manly today. Plenty of options. This is a very, very bold pick from Team Empire. They worked last game. Why not try it again? But, I mean, you can probably hear I'm smiling from ear to ear because I'm very excited to see another Rubik mid game because this hero is just plain fun to watch.
Also, I don't know if the Fade Bolt... I'm pretty sure the Fade Bolt debuff refreshes, it doesn't stack. But otherwise, like, double Fade Bolt could do a lot of damage
10
reduction.
seconds remaining.
But I'm pretty sure it just refreshes the debuff.
Yeah, I think so. I
So,
don't think it stacks.
not quite as strong as it
seconds
theoretically could be, but still a lot of burst damage.
Yeah, a lot of burst. Absolutely, a lot of burst. And you know, any of these nukes with the arcane mastery, what's it called? Arcane Supremacy, that's the one. Close enough. They're also going to hurt as well. There's not a whole lot of targeted damage spells. Purifying Flames could hurt.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Pretty high damage nuke on 2 targets there for just like the double finisher. Of course, you do risk healing everybody up as well. Let's get into it. The game, the final match in the BTS Spring Cup EU CIS edition. And it's a pretty exciting draft coming out from both teams. We've got a Legion, we've got a Rubik. We've got the first time that Dream gets his jug back again. And of course, Maposhka Oracle is always hype. Not to mention all the crazy combos. I feel like Team Empire are just looking to style right now. They're like, all right, you know, we've played this calm, sensible Dota. We last game was a bit crazy. Let's just go full crazy now. We just want to make some plays. We just want to have some fun, and we just want to... Hey, if we win the game in the process, all the better for it. I'm into it. I'm into the way they're playing. I won't rescind my previous statement that I think Singularity are going to win, though, because I'm never going to bet against Maposhka, Oracle, and Excalibur PA.
Wait. You did say Singularity was going to win.
Earlier, yeah.
I said Empire was going to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not rescinding my previous statement.
Oh, you're not rescinding. Oh, okay.
I'm sticking to my guns. I'm a man of my word. When I say something, I will follow through with it. And honestly, I still believe that they do have the favorites. Empire, they've picked some flashy heroes. They're going for some crazy plays this game, and I love that they're doing it, but at the same time, not sure if they have the capacity to pull this one off, because it's just such a hard draft to pull off from them. But yeah, if they do it, it's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, this Rubik mid is a big question mark. It puts a lot of pressure on Maiden's Doom, because ideally I was hoping that Empire would pick some sort of tanky mid. So you don't necessarily need to win mid against Viper, but you can just be a good initiator, and right now Empire are pretty lacking in initiation. And I think the trend in pretty much every single game of the series is no Impale does connect.
Yeah, he does get
But he's
under
under
the
the
tower,
tower.
though, yeah. I'm not sure whose lines they were, because obviously Sayu and Jerry are near enough the same color, but there was their color of lines pointing through the jungle like this. I'm wondering if it was Grimstroke predicting it, or Jerry just said telling them the path to go. Now, I think it was Jerry, because Grimstroke looked pretty surprised when they came out of the jungle at him. So no first blood. That's the first time in a while we haven't seen a first blood out of these runes coming out.
Yeah.
Although Shashlo's also taken a bit of damage as being chased under a tier 2 as well, so... That's a tingle. What a line. 2 runes apiece, nothing, no big upsets to start things off with, as everything is nice and even Stevens.
In the previous game, the Legion Commander was more useful in lane, though, because it was an option against the Nature's Prophet. This time, Legion is not that great in lane. She has to deal with a lot of magic damage, both between the Frost Blast of Lich and the Blade Fury, and Blade Fury plus Frost Shield combination from the Juggernaut and Lich. So, not going to be able to take as much advantage of Moment of Courage, and overall, it's not going to be as easy of a lane.
Yeah, this Lich is going to do a lot of work. One thing I want to mention as well is that Arcane Supremacy is of course going to be muted by this Nether Toxin, which could come into play later on. I don't think it makes a big difference in the laning phase, to be honest, as he's probably not going to level it for a while, but could make the difference later on in this matchup. Yeah, Rubik versus Viper in mid. I'd be surprised if Viper doesn't come out on top of this, to be honest. I think he's just kind of better in most ways. Doesn't have the right click advantage, but I'm not sure Rubik's going to be able to survive. Oh, he actually picks up an early point in Arcane Supremacy. Okay, never mind. Wants that extra damage for the CSing and such.
Yeah, for the mid lane, you generally do that. Telekinesis is a 1-point wonder for channel cancels. And Archangel actually going tete-a-tete with Shashlo, who does steal the creep wave. And Nyx Assassin actually ends up coming down. Either he thought that he couldn't get much accomplished in the top lane, or he thought that Legion Commander needed the help. But I don't really think Nyx Assassin's really going to be able to stop the farm. It just may be able to get Legion Commander a little bit more experience.
Well, this Lich has level 2 now, and I think he's going to put a point in Frost Shield, which could mean some real kill potential into this Nyx Assassin with the help of the Juggernaut and his spin. But he's actually backing out and going back for this courier for the time being. Holding on to that point for now. Meanwhile, up at top, we got Madden and Sayu playing on the Doom and Grimstroke versus up Excalibur and Maposhka on the PA and on the Oracle, as Oracle's taken a fair beating up in this lane. It's pretty even as things stand. Radiant looking pretty nice on this CS chart, but still early days, only a small advantage as it stands. Legion, so far the person struggling most in this laning phase. Meanwhile, mid lane, Kodos just taking so much damage from Pink Vin. He's forced right back under his tower. But this is just
CSing just fine though.
Yeah, it's not too much trouble.
Blade Fury comes out and Jerry wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no surprise there, just instantly TPing out. You can tell, like, when you're against this Lich Jug lane, you need to have a plan against the spin. Obviously, the best plan is usually just a TP away from danger. There's no cancel between this lane. It is a strong lane, it does dominate, but of course, little kill potential if you have those TPs available.
Assuming Lich doesn't want to go for a value Sinister Gaze, which I doubt he will. It's not really worth it. You're better off just thinking, like, I'll burst them down before the TP actually completes.
Yeah, I think so. And
meanwhile, side lane, Excalibur, he's getting swelled up.
Did miss that one. Okay, in the secret shop. Yeah, left alone whilst they went to pull the lane, Maposhka, and actually Jerry helping out as well. Both of them coming up here, and Excalibur left alone and brought down. This is another actually classic lane combo we see between Doom and Grimstroke, where, as you see, just Ink swells up, Infernal Blade, chases them down, easy peasy.
Yeah, both were viable options. It's just you're better off giving Lich the 5 roll as opposed to Grimstroke the 5 roll, but I mean, both these heroes would have been very good with either of their respective partners. Fortunately, none of these creep camps draw aggro, so Legion Commander's going to be able to steal this entire thing, and these creeps do not care about the Ancients.
That's helpful. Legion farming in the safest place I've ever seen somebody lane before, to be honest. It's, I literally have my tier 3 behind me. Good luck. Top lane, looking for Excalibur again. Jerry in the trees. I'm wondering if they want to go for the Grimstroke here. It does seem like they do. Might have to settle to try and bring down the Doom instead. They've got this Impale to work with as well. Grimstroke going to do a fair amount of damage with that Stroke of Fate. Maiden going to survive? No, he's not. Purifying Flames finishes the job. Doom taken down. Singularity finally asserts some control over this top lane. They need to as well, because bottom lane is a little bit hairy.
I'd say he was holding off on the Inkswell for a very long time. I'm pretty sure that the Fortune's End came out early enough that he didn't have to worry about it getting purged. But he didn't Inkswell the Doom, and I think with that potential stun, Doom may have been able to get away, but whatever the case, Maiden goes down. And they're going to continue the tri-lane for now.
Backing himself up. He comes in onto Madden here. Could be in some trouble. Stun out from EGM. He's actually getting a lot of work done. The Inkswell finishes off Excalibur, and that's what you're talking about. Use that Q too early, and the Inkswell is going to mess with your shit.
Yeah, and I don't really think Grimstroke is that interested in getting points in Phantom's Embrace this game. I mean, beyond like a value point, I think you're better off getting the Inswell just because of the synergy mentioned. Both the Juggernaut and the Doom can take so much advantage of the spell.
It's a strong old lane combo there. Following Sayu around here. He's trying to bait out the Infernal Blade, will be able to do so, and now the Inkswell coming out. Jerry could be in some trouble there. Let's pop the Mango and turn around for the stun, which is going to hold Madden still for now, but not long enough.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. This is against a tri-lane as well, might I add. They are doing this versus a tri-lane. Very good stuff.
Granted, Doom has got an Alpha Wolf now, so that is adding to his damage potential, but I don't know.
Mid lane, Rubik
actually goes down.
Oh, yeah, Viper with that ultimate. Going to be able to hunt down the enemy mid laner. And Tip comes out as well.
Yeah, Rubik had just stolen Nether Toxin, which it goes both ways. Like, Rubik being able to break the Viper is obviously huge, being able to take away the corrosive skin from the hero itself. But I think he stole the Nether Toxin, and then immediately Viper was like, sweet, that means that I can ult you now because you're not going to steal my ult. So Rubik may have miscalculated a little bit there.
Yeah, that's a fairly nice read from the Viper there. Of course, also with the Nether Toxin as well, it does decrease magic resistance, which Rubik really loves as well. So that's another side of things, not just the break. So it works kind of doubly effective onto the Viper. And being chased down, Excalibur on top of him here, but the Inkswell coming out on the Doom. Excalibur will dodge it out nicely.
4 heroes.
Going for the TP
no
out.
stuns?
Is he actually going to make this? Oh my god. 4 heroes in, and no kill had. But Empire also rotating in 4 heroes of their own, so...
Is under attack.
Yeah, but Rubik can actually push this, because he can clear creep waves very, very fast. He's got maxed out Fade Bolt. Unfortunately, was not able to steal anything back. But yeah, Viper has to return back. He can't turn it into a push of his own.
Okay, the Doom just TP'd to the tower, which is why it looked like 4 heroes when actually it was just 3 from Empire. So yeah, definitely winning the numbers games. I leave 2 heroes in their lanes.
Might be in trouble.
Let's go say it. Okay, I'll take your Spike Carapace. Thank you very much. Jerry's just... Again, Amazon Prime. I'd like 1 Spike Carapace in the middle lane, please. No problem. Just pass by, give you that, and he's off. Dream looking for the Omni Slash onto Shashlo maybe, but does actually use it in the middle of the creeps, and most of them hit onto Shashlo here, but still, I'd say somewhat questionable, to be honest.
Yeah.
What was he hoping to achieve?
Well, I guess he had phase boots, so maybe he would have been able to chase down Shashlo. It's just that Shashlo didn't even have to use overwhelming odds for any move speed, so yeah, that's Omni burnt.
Top lane Excalibur could be in some trouble. And Poshka coming in to try and purge off Maiden and just hold him back off his PA. PA will make it back to the trees and be perfectly safe. Excalibur gonna live for the time being.
4 hero conversion again.
Yeah, they're going for it. The ultimate thrown down onto the Lich immediately, and along with the Purifying Flames, it doesn't last long. Now look towards Sayu as well in the trees, cocking up that Q and firing it down, rooted for a very long time. And inside that Nether Toxin, the Grimstroke is just melting. Pington doing way too much damage as he gets a double kill here in the top lane. Excalibur going to be absolutely fine. I feel like this is Empire saying, you know, we know what you guys' game is. We're just going to try and shut down Excalibur because we know he's your #1 boy. And Singularity's like, okay, we're going to keep on rotating heroes into Excalibur then and take advantage of the fact that you're focusing so hard on RPA. Dream, once again, running forwards here. Now he's got that Frost Shield on him. Shashlo, though, can't be caught. Too damn fast.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to dive. If Viper manages to get a kill on the Juggernaut, that's devastating, so might as well just play it safe, take the tower instead.
Yeah, Legion's definitely has a lot more movement speed than a Jug as well, just without the phase boots moving it. Well, now with the Windlace 407, so definitely no risk of the Jug catching him without a significant amount of slow. Probably not even enough with the Frost armor, I wouldn't think. No, Shashlo actually facing forward.
Has a duel.
Getting blocked by the creep. He's going to deny his creep in frustration.
He may have been able to win. I guess there weren't enough creeps to guarantee any moment of courage proc, so yeah, he holds onto his ult.
I mean, Juggernaut attacks pretty fast, especially with that singular bandit. I was like, oh, it misses the stun, and now Jerry is probably going to go down here as the spin comes through.
Carapace at the last second?
Yeah, now with the Shashlo coming in, it wasn't enough damage, and yeah, Jerry's just sitting on the rune like, go on guys, you want to come for it? Come for it. Empire will have to back themselves.
Oh, and Excalibur gets the 1 top. What a player.
Oof.
Scoops it right under from Grimstroke.
That's brave, but it certainly paid off with 3 heroes around blinking onto enemy hero. It was often risky, but with these phase boots, Excalibur definitely feeling okay to go for that one. Meanwhile, 3 heroes in the mid lane, just facing down Dream. Dream's going to grab himself a haste rune. I wonder if he wants to go for a spin into Omni here. What are we talking about? Of course he does. He's just kind of waiting, seeing what he can bait out here.
Black Archangel is getting hassled by Shashlo, and he does it. He buys enough time.
Doom comes out onto Shashlo. Yeah, they're gonna bring him down. Nicely done by Team Empire. Nice little bait there, and yep, you spam those voice lines, my friend. You earned it. Very
so
nice
Rubik takes top and then immediately TP's bot. Unfortunately, Spellsteal is going to time out that he's not going to have this Nether Toxin for much longer. But with 4 heroes here, they should be able to take yet another tower. 2... No, never mind.
We got the ultimate.
Yeah, so they don't have Doom, and they don't have Chain Frost, because Black Archangel's only level 4.
Yeah. He's very low. They must give him the tome to Sayu. Which makes sense, to be fair.
Yeah. Soulbind is probably more valuable at this stage.
No, I don't think there's any stage in the game where Chain Frost is better than Soulbind, honestly.
It's an interesting... yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
I can agree with that. Dream.
After some contemplation time, yeah. Dream jumping on the Nyx Assassin in the middle lane, and again, tips coming out. It's the 5th game, and these guys are getting feisty. This is looking very, very good for Team Empire to start this off.
Yes, it is.
Look at these last hits. I mean, we'll move it over to net worth and see very clearly the Juggernaut and the Rubik on top. This is just the pressure they put onto the Phantom Assassin. Excalibur.
Yeah, and Jug is a country mile ahead in terms of building this Battle Fury, so even though both these characters are like roughly on the same pace in terms of itemization, they basically want to build the same stuff as the fighting.
Coming in on the back line, Sai will get melted to this. Oh my god, Jerry walks into the fight just immediately. I think in some trouble as well as he's going to go down. Also, Kodos doing so much work with this Nether Toxin and Viper Strike. And now the Doom coming out. Sorry, the Duel coming out, but actually the Maiden wins it. Kodos turns it around. Shashlo dies. Maiden now running forward. He's got 10 duel damage, baby. I'm ready to roll. Singularity having to back themselves out. They got a bit carried away with that win there, and now turns it into a pretty painful sight.
Man, Purifying Flames is amazing still. He can deal... This is what I was talking about in the previous game that was kind of the issue for the Rubik, is that he didn't have any burst damage. But between Purifying Flames and Fade Bolt and Arcane Supremacy, he deals a ton of damage right now.
Yep.
And he doesn't really care about the Purge. It takes, I think, like 6 seconds for a normal damage Purifying Flames to get cancelled out by the heal. And an Arcane Supremacy one will take even longer if it even cancels out the heal. I don't think it will, so...
No, I don't think it will. It's no
this Rubik is a lot of kill potential right now, as Jug is soloing Roche with a DD rune.
Doesn't have that much mana to work with. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Dream picking up the DD and just going into Roche. I'm not sure the healing ward's enough for him to tank it, but the Doom will come in and help him out. Helping his friend get some farm. Sayu seen in the middle lane by Jerry, and he's actually going to stun him up here with the Spiked Carapace. Now stun comes out, but actually misses the Impale. And of course the tip comes out. These guys are getting really feisty here in this last game.
Where's the thanks? How did this happen? Okay, fine, I'll take it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Dream picking up his Aegis.
And immediately TP's bot does not want to give up anything.
This is an early Aegis and a 7k gold advantage for Empire. Is this really how Singularity are going to take this last game? Feels wrong.
Empire is the only... Jug is the only person down here. There are 4 dire heroes, and they're like, I don't think we can do anything. They all retreat.
Jesus. One Juggernaut with an Aegis, and the entirety of Singularity is like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Let's move to the top lane and run into the 4 heroes up there instead. But they would literally rather take that fight.
Yeah. Although Black Archangel does have Chant Frost now, and Soulbind is available, as is Doom, so... Really, either it's a rock and a hard place for Singularity right now.
Yep. Do you want to go towards a Jug with Aegis with the TP points near him and a very large amount of items? Well, they're going to go onto the Lich instead. All right, Lich blown up immediately. First duel win in the bag, although Soulbind is out, not connected to him. They're being very careful not to link this one up.
Doom. Oh, no need.
No need. Omnisation's backlands as well. Nyx Assassin in some trouble. He's going to drop as well. Empire chasing forwards. They're looking for more here. No, they're not. They'll back themselves up. Nighttime strikes. He needs to go and get these bounties. Luckily, Excalibur is down here to collect these, helping his team out. Don't worry, guys. Kodos goes in. Excalibur not going for their own bounty rune as well, which really is... What's Kodos got? He's got Nether Toxin.
Yeah, so he can break this Phantom Assassin. And increase the magic damage if the Lich shows up. But I don't think Excalibur is silly enough to go for this. He's
got teammates coming in with the Atos. They will be able to drop the Lich very quickly indeed. He's gone. He pops the sentry down just before he dies. And they're actually looking to fight this one. Empire not scared.
They can kill Phantom Assassin very easily.
Yeah, they've got the Doom available, running into this one. Doom coming out onto the Viper. You weren't kidding. Excalibur already gone from this fight, and Viper doomed up, trying to run himself away, but slows her out. The damage as well. It's too much for Ping Vent to handle. It's going to be 2 heroes dropping down. The 2 big cores on the side of Singularity eat the dirt in the bottom lane, and Empire look for towers now.
Still have this Aegis for like another 2.5 minutes, so they can take this one. They can immediately go mid. I don't think they can push high ground. They like Jug doesn't even have. Oh, actually, it didn't go for the Battle Fury. Interesting. Instead, opting for the Manta style.
Okay,
that's
all right. Back to more
interesting.
Yeah, we've seen this a little bit from Juggernauts now when they. It's usually when they have something like the OD or. One of these kind of harder farming mid heroes to play around. They tend to go for like this Yasha, and then build up the full Manta and build up the full.
But he has a Rubik.
Sometimes a Diffusum as well. But yeah, you've got a Rubik, so you are the hard carry for your team.
Oh, he has a Maelstrom now. Okay.
Yes, that's
interesting.
This is the build.
All right, fine. I can dig it.
Yeah, sometimes I go for the diffuser. That's only when they're definitely not the
Right.
hard carry. Or like they've got someone else to carry with. But yeah, Dream recognizing that he is the kind of right-click, run you down hero of this team. Yeah, we need to deal damage. Well, EGM with a double damage rune makes him hit for 120, which is adorable.
Dire's middle tower.
He's gonna scuttle
Yeah,
himself away.
unfortunately, Vendetta does not get doubled. Otherwise, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Free tier 2. Now I guess go high ground. You still have another minute and a half left on the Aegis. It's a slow push, but it's not going to be like, yeah, someone has to respond to it, and unfortunately,
He went to go for the Omni Slash there, but didn't quite get it off in time. And actually, the Jug might be falling. Has to spin himself away right now.
yeah, they forced out a rotation.
Back
That's all they
themselves
really
away.
needed.
Keep farming this map. It's funny. I'm not sure. Do you think they realize how far ahead they are? I mean, I guess they don't really have the push to break high ground, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if you're this far ahead, you know, you're still low level. Jug's only level 14 right now. I say only, that's pretty high, but like, in terms of pushing high ground, it's not quite enough. Your only real item is a Maelstrom. That's not really a great pushing tool. Your Doom doesn't really have anything right now. He only has the Vanguard, still does not have the Crimson Guard completed, so there's no real reason. Even if you are 10k ahead, it's not the same 10k as it is.
He's in a lot of trouble. Atos comes out. He's trying to run himself away, but slowed up by the Frost Armor. Gonna throw down the Viper Strike onto the Doom. Doesn't really matter. It's Pinkman. Gonna die. Gets his oranges peeled in the middle lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's a concise gank if ever I saw one. Just running him down. Not overcommitting with Doom or anything like that. Just gonna kill him. The play on fashion way and even get him to throw an ultimate into them as well. Not that it matters. It's very short cooldown. And Jug's up onto the high ground again, and this is gonna have to force Singularity back. Their TP, they don't have a TP on a lot of their heroes right now. He's out of mana.
Excalibur does not even have the mana for a TP.
Oracle doesn't
He will
have
now, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This Phantom Assassin has the weight of the world on her shoulders right now, and I feel she will probably crumble.
And you might underestimate Excalibur here. We shall see. This doesn't have the mana for TP. Now has it. Not looking to TP back though. The range racks are gone. I think Singularity are okay with this. It's the melee racks they care about. Those are still standing. Well,
Yeah.
I say don't care about it. They definitely care, but they gotta make sacrifices for this game. They've let things get to a pretty bad point, and they need the recovery space for the Phantom Assassin, who does now have that Battle Fury coming out to her. So, yes, Excalibur is going to be the fastest farming hero in this game, I would say. Even the Jug, who's pretty far ahead and has this Manta Maelstrom. PA with a Battle Fury still farms fundamentally faster, but they're so far behind, they're so choked out the map, like the Jug just has too much already. There's not going to be enough time for the PA to catch up.
Right, which is why I hope Empire... I think it's a right call to wait for the next Roche, but in the meanwhile, like, I think it was a little bit of a mistake for them to back off so much, although they do find EGM.
Yeah, they certainly do. He's not going to last a very long time as he goes down to the river.
And Rubik still has a maxed out carapace.
Well, how does this work with Arcane Supremacy?
It means he's going to stun for like 3.25 seconds, roughly.
Omni Slash in the bottom lane going to take down Shashlo. It was actually a 3-hero gank, and Dream somehow managed to get the Omni Slash off onto them here. Excalibur backing himself away. Oracle as well on the run, but Dream is just chasing. He doesn't even care. He's got a team coming in behind him as well. Running for Maposhka. Maposhka's got this false promise available, but they will not matter. Will not be forced to use it. The Empire's still running forward. It's a blink in 2 seconds on the Rubik if he's feeling really manly, but no, will hold himself back for now. Singularity now forced to hold high ground. Luckily, it's still only 21 minutes into this game, so the Legion's respawn timer is very short. They will have a full 5-man force to defend with. I love this Lich as well. Position 5 Lich, and this position is crazy as they jump in. They've got the double Doom. They've got the double Chain Frost as well. Oh god, it's an absolute massacre inside the Singularity base. Perfectly chaining up those two ultimates together. They didn't even need the Doom, to be honest. It was enough damage all the same. The base cracked wide open, and there's nothing left in the battle for Singularity. An explosive bullet to the back of the head for Singularity finishes off this best of 5 series, and Empire the odds were against them. They came from the lower bracket with something to prove, and boy, did they prove it. As they
lost to Singularity in the semifinals.
They absolutely did. This is mad. Wow. I mean, it was a hell of a way to end the game, and they certainly did it in style. Wow. Gosh, I don't even really know what to say right now. This is such a quick ending to that game. 17-7. I mean, looking back at the other games, you would not have expected this game 5 to go down this quickly, and especially so convincingly for Team Empire as well. I mean, Team Singularity were the favorites the whole way through.
I wouldn't have considered a game 5 to happen, and then if it did happen, there's no way I thought it would have been this dominant, but overall, I guess the draft was just too good for them. It's still, like, I'm looking at the 10 heroes, and it doesn't really feel like it should have been that dramatic. But, I don't know. I mean, maybe Singularity were just shook from that hour-long game. And they were like, goddamn Dream and his rapiers.
Yeah.
And again, Dream, maybe not the MVP this game, but overall of the series, of the day, and the previous series, I think Dream is... he was not on my radar at all as like a CIS core, but now after the series, I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye out for him. He played a fantastic game, and Kodos as well, showing that mid Rubik is not a gimmick, but something that you can put against the best mid in the game right now, which is Viper, and come out swinging. So Kodos did great, and all the supporting crew of Empire as well, Black Arcs, Angel, Seiyu, and Maiden, fantastic work overall. And Empire win how much? It is, they get 5,400 for first place, and Singularity will go home with 2,600. But that's the goal of these, lesser profile tournaments. BTS is showing some love to the tier 2 scene, and it's not like, yes, 9,999 for first place, $1 for second place or anything like that.
Yeah, spread it out a little bit more evenly, it's not so cutthroat down here, but still a big chunk of change for Team Empire to be going home with. Are definitely going to be happy for a win, and it must be super moralizing for the team as well to be able to find a win in one of these tournaments when these qualifiers have been so brutal, especially with now the big giants, the juggernauts, being forced into the closed qualifiers as well. So you got to play against the likes of VP. You feel like smashing your head against a brick wall at some stages, but now we get some tier 2 events, really entertaining to watch, and you get best of 5 finals like these, which were pretty damn fun. And as I said, maybe not like the kind of explosive marathon game we wanted for a game 5, but definitely a pretty exciting ending.
We got it in
all,
game 4 at least.
We got it in game 4, and then just a swift assassination from Team Empire at the end there to finish things off. I just want to point out the way that they just shut down Excalibur so hard, hard. Like, they just focus this guy. That's kind of what you need to do against Singularity, I feel. They do.
If you look at this game versus that Morphling game of Excalibur, wildly different. Excalibur was completely untouched for like 20 minutes, pushing tier 2s. He was basically playing how Dream was playing this game, but Empire, this is the benefit of a 5-game series. If it was a 3-game series, Singularity would have come out on top, but Empire learned from their mistakes and learned a smarter draft and learned a better way to play around Singularity's strengths.
Absolutely did, yeah. And I think it's all about, it's not about who wins, it's not about who has the most success, about the team that learns the most. And at least in this series anyway, that certainly was Team Empires. We've seen an immense improvement from them. And I think MVP of the tournament, if you had to give one, I think I already know your answer, but say it all the same.
Dream.
Mr. Rapier himself. Dream, I think I got to agree with that one. Even though I'm a big fan of Sayo on Team Empire, I think Dream had some amazing performances this tournament and some really, really balls to the wall gameplay style from him as well, which did find them some very clutch victories in games which they might have had no right winning with somebody else at the helm on the carry position. So that's super fun to watch as well. All right then, Tsunami, I think that's all it from us.
It was a hell of a day. Empire played a lot of games. We casted a lot of games.
Yeah, they've been with us all
like
the way.
I said, it's fun exposure for these tier 2 teams, because these days it is seeming like Sisyphus pushing a boulder up a hill with these qualifiers, because like they try, there's a limited number of slots, and then you lose, and you're like, now what happens? But at least they're getting opportunities like this. And right now the final of the Americas is going on right now as well. So if you guys want to watch that, I believe on BTS 2, it's going right now two South American teams, Raw versus... Oh, no, not South American. It's Raw is a Canadian team. It's the Boris Jube I Annihilate. Lil is on that team. I did not know that.
Oh, what's he doing over there?
I don't know. That's very interesting.
Take it
so yeah, go over to the Americas if you want to watch Lil, I guess. But that is the end of the Spring Cup there. And if you were curious about Southeast Asia had Detonator beating out Tigers. But we're reaching the end of the Spring Cup.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And I just want to say thank you for the Beyond the Summit staff as well for a very smoothly organised and fun tournament to cast as well, and for bringing me and Tsunami, and of course my other co-caster Mo Farah earlier on to come and cast these games. It has been a blast, and as full thanks for you guys for tuning in and watching. It was a ton of fun. I hope you enjoyed the cast. If you did, then please do throw us a follow on Twitter and all that good stuff. We will see you next time, but from us, good night.